Okay, so check this out. Okay, I was actually at the gym the other day with my trainer, and he was talking about getting into like investment properties and stuff like that. So I was like, what type of investment property are you looking for? He's like, I want to get into cash flow single family residence. So I said, why not get a fourplex? And he's like, why would I get a fourplex? Isn't a single family residence better? Now we're going to talk about this. Detached single family residence versus duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes, right? And I was explaining to him that a fourplex is better for a couple of reasons. We're going to break it down. So let me go back here. Here's a couple things that I have for you guys. Let's talk about the financing. So when it comes to a fourplex, right, according to Freddie and Fannie, right, single family residence consists of the following: detached single family residence, duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. So if you guys don't know what that is, number one, single family residence, just imagine just one house, right? A duplex is actually 2 homes. Triplex is basically 3 homes, okay? And a fourplex, just imagine 4 homes, okay? So when it comes to Freddie and Fannie, they allow you to get up to a fourplex because a fourplex is considered a single family residence, right? According to the real estate industry and Fannie and Freddie. Now, what I like about this is that the terms, right? The terms, 30 years. You can actually get a fixed 30 years on a fourplex, which is really nice. So it's amortized for 30 years, which means your payment's going to be lower. Now, if you went to a commercial building that is 5 units and up, now you have to put more money down. In addition to that, your terms is no longer 30 years. Your terms could be anywhere from 3 to 5 to even 7 years. After that, you have to refinance. But what happens if you can't refinance it because the market had tanked, right? Now you're stuck. So that's the reason why I love single family residence up to 4 units, because you can finance this on a 30-year term. Fixed rates. What I like about this is your rates are actually fixed. Now keep this in mind, when you buy a investment property, right, especially a fourplex, if you're getting a loan and you're saying it's an investment property, your interest rate may be a little bit higher, right? Versus if you are buying a fourplex and you're saying it's going to be a personal residence, your interest rate is going to be lower. So let's just say your interest rate was at 3.5%. Because this is a primary residence, you're going to live in 1 unit, but the rest of the units you're going to rent out. This is what we call house hacking. So you're going to have a lower interest rate. But if you're going to rent out all 4 units, your interest rate now might be 5%. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. However, remember, this is a fixed rate for 30 years. Now, another reason why I love investing in a fourplex would be because of this. Actually, a lower down payment. Now, there are all different types of down payments out there for a 4-unit building. Same thing as a single family residence, detached, right? If we take a look, we have 3% that you can put down, 3.5%, 5%, 10%, and even 20%. Now, these are all different type of percentages that you put down. Now, if we take a look at the first one here, right, the 3%, 3% is typically conventional, but you have to occupy the property. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. So imagine this. If you live in one of the units here, right, you have 3 other units that is cash flowing you and is also paying for your mortgage, and you're living in this unit for free. That's what we call house hacking. That's why I like it. But now if we go back here, it would be the same thing at 3.5% on an FHA. The only thing that you have to watch out for, the difference between 3.5%, right, to 20%, you have mortgage insurance premium, which means that your monthly payments are going to be a little bit higher. So this is something that you're going to have to determine. Do you want to put down 20% or do you want to put 3.5%? Now, if you're going to live in the unit, then I would do 3.5%, so that way you're putting less down, even though that you have a PMI, right, every single month. However, you're losing a little bit cash flow, but you're still house hacking and you're still making cash flow. So that's something that you have to think about. Now, let's talk about numbers of loans. How many loans can you get with Freddie and Fannie. So, and these are actually traditional loans. This is what I like about this. You can get up to 10 loans. So imagine if you utilize your fourplex here, right? You can actually get up to 10 loans. So 10 times 4, that's 40 units total. So now you're leveraging yourself out with the traditional loans, and now you're getting 40 units. Imagine the cash flow on 40 units. So that's the reason why I love this fourplex, right? Investing. So another thing is, let's talk about taxes. This is something that people oversee and they don't think about this, right? Depreciation. So depreciation takes your 30 years, but you can depreciate 27 and a half years for a fourplex, which gives you 3.6% of your tax deductions every single year, right? So now what happened is, now you're cash flowing even more. And this is what people are not aware about. Another thing that I really like about this is 75% of the income towards DTI, which means, if we come back here to the fourplex, is this, DTI. So you got 3 units that you're renting out, right? You live in one, let's just say, because this is a primary. These 3 units right here, right? What's happening is, we go back here, 75% of it, which is 3 of these units again, 3 of these units, right, can be used towards your debt to income ratio. So let me go back here. Let's just say you're making $1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here. That is $3,000 a month in cash flow. Now, when you go get a loan, they look at your debt to income ratio. You may not qualify for that fourplex that is at $400,000 because your debt is off. You're not making enough money. But if you purchase a fourplex with a traditional financing, they see that you're making $1,000 a unit. They can use this and calculate this towards your debt to income ratio. You couldn't do this on a single family or detached single family. That's the reason why I love 4 units. Now let's talk about vacancy. Vacancy rates. Let's go back here, the 4 units. Now if we take a look at 4 units, right, versus triplexes, duplexes, and single family residence. Let's pretend, and we had this conversation with my gym coach here, and I think y'all need a gym coach, right? Everybody needs a coach. So if you bought a single family residence, you rented it out for $1,000 a month. This tenant moves out. It typically takes 30 to 60 days to find another tenant. So you just lost 60 days. So now you just lost $2,000, right? There goes your cash flow for the whole year. Now if we take a look at a duplex, if one goes vacant, now you're at a 50% vacancy rate, right? Let's take a look at a triplex. If you bought a triplex, one goes vacant, now you're at about a 33% vacancy rate, right? Because only 33% is gone. You still got another like 66% more. So you're still bringing in cash flow. Fourplex, if one person moves, that's only a 25% vacancy rate. That means you're still making $3,000 a month. See, that's the power of leverage. And if you guys are just getting into the game, this would be something that I would highly recommend that you do. Leverage your time, leverage your money, leverage the type of loans out there, especially if you guys are just starting or wanting to get into the house hacking. I definitely would stick with the fourplex. Now, if you guys want to learn how to analyze the numbers, let me know in the comments below, and I'm going to create a whole nother video. If you guys like more information like this, go ahead and click on the link in the description below, or actually hit that subscribe button and also give me a thumbs up. Other than that, till next time, peace.